Hey, hello, and welcome to ABJ Vlogs. Daja how. And so, in today's video, you realize that I'm not going to show my face at all. Yes, this video is specifically made for several people who want to see Wuhan, and are like, hey, ABJ, it's been a long time. Can you show us Wuhan? Show us something about Wuhan. You're always not going around. So today I decided to take a bike tour. I hopped onto my motorbike and I decided to show you the Wuhan that you never see on the television, or China that you have never seen on the television. So I just came out and then I wanted to show you the skyscrapers, what have you, so much of them, and it's mind-blowing. Some beautiful architecture here in China. For the overhead bridges, oh my god, you can count as many as thousands here across China. Wuhan alone, you cannot count them. So this is one of the remarkable features that you're going to see the moment you step foot in China. So, and you're going to see a lot of people using the bikes. Yeah, so the roads are on another level, top-notch roads across Wuhan, not only Wuhan, across China. And so I took the stretch and you see the skyscrapers. These are basic accommodation. These are accommodation apartments where a lot of people stay. So, and this is how like most of the buildings have been designed. And you realize that for the roads, just take a critical look at the road. But for the stretch that I was on, it has a lot of companies, companies on the stretch. So, and most of them were automobile companies where I found myself to take this particular video. A lot of them are automobile companies. So you find them on my left side. I told my cameraman, hey, shift it, let them see the kind of companies that they have here. But unfortunately, I think my camera is not so sharp to get all the names from a distance. But on my left were a lot of them. But one thing that you're also going to find in China, or going to find about Wuhan, not only Wuhan, I know it's cut across China, as the greenery. Oh my god, it's something that you will love. So just see the greenery, like trees everywhere, flowers everywhere. It's so much nice. So you just realize all through this video you're going to enjoy this. And you see the skyscrapers, serious, very beautiful. And we have a lot of skyscrapers. These are not even to the maximum. This is because of where I found myself, but these are basically apartments where people stay. And so we continue our journey, and I just at this point I think there was a traffic, so I just needed to show you the basic things that you needed to. But you realize that a lot of people use motorbikes here in China. On this channel I think I've made a video, but I will just make that video again on why a lot of people use motorbikes and what it is like when you're using motorbikes in China in the morning. It's super crazy. A lot of motorbikes, and the white cars that you see mostly are the Uber. We call them Ubers in our various countries, but in China we call it the Didi. Yes, so it's called Didi. So when you come to China, you hear a lot of people say, oh, do you have a Didi app? Do you have a Didi app? So the very white cars that you see a lot of them in this video are Didi, and then the yellow cars predominantly are the taxis, and then we have the blue and white, which are also taxis. So you know, the pavement, like on almost all the stretch, we have the pedestrian road, we have for the bikes, and then we also have for the main cars and all of that. But the layout is one that you would enjoy. It's super fantastic. And these are the various bus stops. So at every point when the bus gets here, they stop for people to just get off or either get on board. So either way. And so this is another type of the apartment that, yeah, but this kind of apartment, or the colors are not very common. It's just particular or peculiar to this particular location, because mostly the one that you are looking at it in your shot now is how most of the apartments are. But until then, so now I was getting closer to a very beautiful feature, not feature per se, but we all know about the Tesla. We talk about Tesla all the time, and in your shots I think we're just getting closer to the assembling plant. So yes, so this is Tesla assembling plant. I don't know whether it's their distribution or showcase point, but all that we know is that this place is it belongs to Tesla. And when you get closer to the place, you will see a lot of Tesla cars parked in there. I think it should be their showroom. Yeah, maybe their showroom, but it's a very common place here in China, so we had to go. But this is basically Wuhan. This is just a part of Wuhan. Yes, this area is not so busy. Like one day I'll go to one of the busiest places also in Wuhan and show you how things are also there. But this stretch that I used was not so busy, so it was kind of friendly. And then but it's also because there are a lot of companies. It is not the main city where a lot of people are doing a lot of jobs or food joints. This place looks like kind of like calm. And then okay, so we continue our journey. I've told you that you see, for the greenery, it's something that you're going to see everywhere. And for the roads, yeah, so when we're getting closer, I saw this car, and this one is just for cleaning. So like you see, it's just for cleaning the road, and it's very nice. They already have the bin connected to it, so as they sweep the roads, you realize that the bins are collecting them directly, so no time to waste. This is China, technology far advanced. If today is your first time watching us, please subscribe. Today I just wanted to show you Wuhan on the street. This is just a part of Wuhan. Wuhan is very big, with a city with over 11 million people, so you should understand that it's very big. So I cannot show you every part of Wuhan, but I'll definitely do this. So when you know, along the, I know in maybe your countries they sell things along the road, and China is no different. So some people sell along the road, although it's not really permitted, but people do. So that was watermelon in your stretch. So you see, we are getting to even to a highway, but see, the greenery is something that you cannot take from China, and the roads, trust me, very much good. Yeah, if you want to come to China, I would say that yes, come. China is safe, China is beautiful, China is nice. These are the things that probably you've not seen. Yeah, maybe the biggest challenge that you face in China is the language barrier. So at this point, you realize how a lot of bicycles are also parked. So when you get out of the subways, in my video I showed you that it's either a subway or yeah. So you realize on my left there is a tram route there. So once you get out of it, you're able to pick a bike to continue your journey. So that you know, the things are planned well, and then the city is just awesome. It is very beautiful, very nice. Things are well structured. For the bikes, you're going to get a lot of them too, right? You only scan and pay 1.6 RMB to be able to use them. So at this point, I get through the tunnel. Yeah, so this is just for bike. I get through the tunnel. Yeah, my cameraman, they be good, oh, he be professional. So I got through the tunnel, and at this point we're just exploring Wuhan, wanting you all to know how Wuhan is like and what it is like to be in Wuhan. Not only Wuhan, just as a representation for China. I know Beijing will be different, and all other places will be different. So on this part on our right, we realized that, oh, they had the children's park, where we took this video on a Saturday, so a lot of people have come with their children, kids, to play around, have fun, release stress, and you know, it is expected. So all these things are well structured here in Wuhan. So you can see how beautiful it is. It is right in the heart of Wuhan. And for the bikes, oh, so I've told you, but these cars are not the DD types. This belongs to people, like they are people's car. So I think we also had a traffic here also on the road, and you realize that it is disability friendly. You realize that most of the things that you have been seeing are disability friendly. And for construction work, China is one of the places that almost every day something new is going on. You can see from your shop, the city does not sleep. Let me say it's like that. Always something new is going on. So in your stretch, you realize that, oh, they are even developing or building new buildings. I told you it's disability, so almost all the things are disability friendly, so that we all can live in harmony, we all can live at peace. But trust me, China is beautiful, Wuhan is beautiful. Yeah, unless you don't want to explore. So at this point, there was just a traffic, and I've just told you that that's not the full Wuhan. You know, there's just a part of Wuhan, which is mostly like the corporate side, where a lot of institutions are. So the place is calm as compared to other places where we have a lot of universities around. I think on another time where I'm free and want to make some vlogs like this, I'll go to such areas, so you also appreciate that place. We have like Guanggu, we have Guambuton, we have like a lot of places where the places are on fire, literally, like they're on fire. So but this place is very calm, but the architecture at this area or in this area is so much beautiful, so much simple, but it's on point. And a lot of these places are where a lot of people stay, but mostly a lot of corporate institutions are found in where I was today. Yes, so on the stretch you realize that for overhead bridges or overhead roads, I've told you that they are very common, very common. I don't know where you are watching us from, but you can comment, you can share your ideas, you can tell us what you know about China, what you have heard. Let us clear the misconceptions, what you think it is and what you think it is not here in China. But on the roll, it is very beautiful. At this point, when we got to this, something funny happened, but it's unfortunately we couldn't capture. You know, there is this car. Let me see whether I think by then our cameras were off. The self-drive cars. The self-drive cars were there, and realized that, oh, there was a self-drive car that quickly passed. Unfortunately our cameras were not on, so we couldn't capture. My cameraman couldn't forgive himself, but we'll have to travel to their station, their base, where we can give you a full shot of the cars. You see the clouds are so much nice there. But I wanted to show you a particular group of people there. Yes, these people with a helmet, they are called the YMI. YMI simply means like outside, like Y is out in China. In China, when you say Y, it's out. So these people, like, they deliver food and they are crazy drivers, you know, like they deal with time and all of, because people have ordered, and so they drive carelessly. This is one of my problem that I have in China. They drive carelessly. If you are not careful, you realize that they might easily run into you, because they deal with time, so they want to always make sure that the food are delivered on time. That is the only problem I have with these people. Other than that, it is good to go. We are good to go. So we realize a lot of people are also they are the caretakers for the gardening around. So you realize that we have older people. That is one thing that I don't know, because of where I'm coming from, because I'm from Ghana, and so in Ghana we usually don't allow our older people generation to do this kind of work. But in China it's the opposite. Young people do not do this work for the gardening and all of that. You realize that they are very old people, like our grandmothers. So sometimes when I see them, I become a little sorrowful. I don't know, it's just like a natural instinct, but it is their culture, it is Chinese culture, so I have to embrace and accept it. But on this stretch is very beautiful. I've told you, for the road in Wuhan, it is top notch. Not only in Wuhan, in China it is top notch. So if you are thinking that, oh, where do Chinese people stay, if you don't know, technology is far advanced, so that is a bus in your shot. These are the kind of things that we use here. So you realize that I have even made a video specifically on how we take buses here in China and how we take the subways. At this point, I've not seen any subway terminal on the stretch, so I couldn't show you any of the subway terminals. This is just Wuhan, a luxury Wuhan, and we are getting into the shopping area. So this place, we have the Walmart, we have a lot of eateries around this place, and if you get like some 20-30, you can come and then just order for yourself something, a beverage or something. That is not to say that this is the only stretch that you can get this kind of food, like, but usually in the evening the stretch is very busy. So we had to, at this point we're getting closer to our university. From where we were, our university was the closest, so gradually we're getting closer to our university, Jonan University of Economics and Law. Then just then we had to stop. I've told you that a lot of, like, the transportation system in Wuhan or in China are so many. Aside the bikes, aside the motor, we have people who use the tram. So realize that there is this tram just in our shot. We have this tram just in our shot. But personally, I've not tried the tram before. I think it is too slow for my liking. So before thinking of using the tram, I'd rather use my bike. But I have to do this for my viewers, my subscribers, and all of you who watch my videos. So this is Wuhan on the whole. not the entire Wuhan, I have to say. There's just a portion of Wuhan. Let me put it, this is just like the corporate side of Wuhan, because the place that I went to was very calm. But in the next subsequent videos, I'm going to go to the craziest part where you have a lot of things going on, and in another time I'll show you the evening still with this kind of environment, so that you appreciate the daytime how it is like, the evening time how it is like. But on this stretch too also has a lot of offices, just but from here then it means that we are gradually entering into some of the busy places, or the busy part of Wuhan. So you realize that at least the number of cars and things here are rather increasing. And I told you in the first shot that you realize that there was a policeman in your shot who was trying to drive away people who were selling along the road, because it's a kind of like a highway, should I say. Not really, because there is a university closer, so not really a highway, but a very busy area, and so people are not allowed to sell around. So until then, we'll show you other videos that you would love to see. If today is your first time, subscribe, share your views with us, and we love you. Bye bye.